Good morning. This is Johnny Sunshine. Johnny Sunshine Plumbing coming to you live. Oh, Jesus. Whoa. Man, that's not good. Good morning, everybody. My faithful followers, haters, and everybody else, critics. I wanted to talk a little bit about the job I did yesterday, the water heater, replacing that gas water heater with an electric water heater. I made it clear that I was not qualified to really diagnose and troubleshoot that water heater. I was the second plumber that came to that job. The first guy said it needed a control valve. When I turned it on, it was cycling. It went through the power vent, turned on, and purged the chamber. And nothing happened. No light, no ignition, no nothing. It did that 3 times, and then it just shut down. And the guy had been without hot water for like 4 days. He said he's been feeding off of that tank. It was kind of lukewarm. They stay hot for a while. You could turn your electric water heater off, and basically you'd have hot water. If you took short showers, you'd probably have hot water for a week. But I used to turn my water heater off in the summertime because fuck, I'll take a cold shower in the summer. It don't matter. But anyway, so I got to the point on that job that I recommended to the guy that he call an authorized service provider from A.O. Smith, which was a big company, Aqua Plumbing. They've got about, I don't know, probably 100 service vehicles. They do air conditioning, heating, cooling, all that. Plumbing, big company. And he actually did call them, and they said that they couldn't get out until Friday. Now, unless, if they showed up on Friday and said, oh, you need a control valve, and they didn't have it in stock, they would have been faced with the same issue that I had, that, it's going to take a couple of days. So this guy, if he went that route, he would have had to pay for them to come out. He probably paid for the first guy to come out, and it would have got him to like Monday. So that's a full week without hot water, because they would have had to order the parts, and they probably wouldn't have shipped. If they ordered them on Friday, they probably wouldn't have shown up on Monday, because it's a weekend. So I gave him the option of, because of the expense of these water heaters, when you go to a power vent water heater, the price jumps considerably. You can add $1,000 to the water heater for a fucking power vent. And I'll be honest with you, these power vents down here, the way they vent them out of the house, out of the side of the house, and it's only 6 inches from a vented soffit. This one up had an exhaust vent from the bathroom, I guess, upstairs, right next to it. I just think it's a bad idea, man. And so I gave him the option. I said, listen, I can get you hot water today. We'll just put an electric water heater in. The electrical panel's right here. You got plenty of room in it. And, the guy had already been without hot water for 4 days, he said. So, put the water heater in, and that's it. I have his water heater, and I'm going to keep it here. And I'm going to look into taking some of the, if they have Ream or A.O. Smith online courses to learn how to work on these control valves. But I can tell you, man, if you ask 10 plumbers here in Sarasota about working on gas water heaters, 9 out of 10 would say, I've never repaired a gas water heater. It's basically, they replace them. We just don't get enough of them. It's not like up north where, everything's gas. They're very few and far between down here. These communities that have gas, we just don't have the gas infrastructure. that you have up in the north. And from what I understand, even up north where they do have the gas infrastructure, they're telling people that they're gonna change it so that you can't use gas for. I may be wrong. I mean, I know that there are some changes coming, especially in Massachusetts, with what you can use gas for. But I can tell you, man, these gas water heaters, there is a lot of heat waste, man. That thing's firing up under there, the burner, and there's just fucking, you touch that flue, and it'll tell you exactly how much heat's blowing out of this house. And if you got a whole community cooking like that, it's just, I just think it's a bad idea. I think it's got a lot to do with the fucking fuel and oil and lobby industry, just pushing their product. And does it really make sense is my question. I've never had a problem with electric water heaters. They're reliable as hell. They're cheap. They're more expensive now than they've ever been, but they're still relatively cheap compared to a gas water heater, especially one with a power vent, man. So that's why I offered that option. I did offer him to. I was gonna leave, man. I was ready to just get in my truck and say I can't help you, and I wasn't even gonna charge the guy. But he then, and when I did that, he said, "Well, I got this cartridge that needs to be repaired," and so I went in and changed the cartridge, so it wasn't a total waste of a service call. But I was prepared to leave, and then we discussed that. I gave him the option, and he went for it. So it is what it is, man. I don't think it's a bad thing. He's got a brand new water heater. He got out of that deal for less than it would have cost me to buy the power vent water heater, a 50-gallon. So it was a bargain. He's got a brand new water heater. That thing will last a good 10, 12 years. But I'd like to get the problem with going to school and learning this stuff. I did it with backflow. Oh, this fucking lady, she just keeps calling me, man. I'm her fucking honeydew guy. Anyways, the problem with going to school and learning stuff is if you're not using it on a daily basis, at least for me, if you don't use it, you lose it. You know what I mean? I went and got certified in 2008 or 2006 for backflow certifications, and immediately I realized that there was no money in it. I was driving all over fucking town and doing service calls basically for half of what I would do a plumbing service call for. So I basically forgot how to certify. I had all the shit, and I'm sure I could relearn it immediately, but like I said, if you don't use it, you fucking lose it. And we don't do a lot of gas down here, man. It's simple. It's not like up north, man. Everything's gas up there. Everything's electric down here because we don't have the infrastructure. So I thought it was a good job. The guy's family had hot water last night, and I feel good about that. And like I said, he got off cheap compared to putting in even a 50-gallon power vent water heater, man, which are susceptible to, problems. I know that gas is more efficient, they say, but it's a commodity, man, and gas prices are all over the fucking place. One day they're up, the next day they're down. So for me, I'm an electric water heater guy. They've worked forever. There's a lot of this shit that comes on the market is just people trying to reinvent the wheel, to open up a new market, the tankless water heaters, all that bullshit. I watch Mikey Pipes and I look at the fucking nightmare scenarios that come out of those tankless units and the failure rate and just the problems and trying to fix them. I don't want to get involved with that. It's a simple thing, man. I look at these houses that are called Taj Mahals, and I think, you know, there was a thing. Mikey Pike put up a fucking video last night about this Taj Mahal, which was impressive as hell. But I just gotta say, man, it looks like a lot of fucking money, a lot of problems when you got a fucking 25, 30-foot wall full of fucking control valves and isolation valve, transfer pumps, fucking madness. I come from Rhode Island, where the mansions in Newport, Rhode Island, they kept them things warm. People lived in them. And, you know, all this new shit is just to make corporations rich, man. You know? You got fucking 500 zones. I don't get it, man. I just don't see, I don't get it. But I could be missing the boat. All I know is, you know, it doesn't have to be that complicated. It's pretty simple. We live in a world where people, you know, they want hot water as soon as they turn the faucet on. Well, that's going to cost you. And, you know, everybody wants all the fucking bells and whistles, but then they're cheap, you know. They don't want to pay for it. So I just don't see it as a good thing. I mean, when I first started seeing those systems come on the market, I used to watch This Old House, man, and Rich Trethewey. He's the plumber on that show. And he's like, yeah, we're going to take this fucking water heater out, and we're going to put these 14 pumps in here and heat each fucking bedroom, and every room's going to have a thermostat, and all this fucking bullshit. It's madness, man. It's just total fucking madness. If you want to insulate your house, man, that's it. Heat the whole fucking house. I don't get it. I mean, from the start, I thought, wow, is that really progress, man? So, that's how I feel about all this crap. It makes guys a lot of money. I don't like the way they vent these things. These, you know, pouring fucking carbon monoxide out of the house, the side of a house. It just seems to go against the grain of everything I ever learned, man. And it's in the lobby. When I say the fuel and oil lobby, they're the ones who push these get these building codes passed. They're in there manipulating those guys too. So that, oh, it's going to be fine. Just stick it out the wall and, you know, right at nose level. It'll be just fucking wonderful. And I don't get it, man. So I'm sure I'll get a lot of heat from this, but that's how I feel. I keep it simple, stupid. Going back to my AA days. And, you know, the simpler the better, man. I was trying to tell a guy yesterday about, you know, when you buy a car with fucking heated seats and power windows, power door locks, power fucking mirrors, all that is just more shit that's going to break, man. And they're going to be expensive to fix. So there are people that all they do is reinvent the wheel or come up with some new shiny object for people to say. And the advertising, you know, it's a big machine. It's a machine at work that turns these people on, man. They gotta have that new shit, you know. And I just don't trust it. I think that it's a orchestrated sales pitch, and it goes right into the building departments where they approve these codes. I just can't see. I mean, really, to me, I'd love to go up in that fucking, in the attic in that garage when that water heater's fucking fired up with a carbon monoxide fucking meter and see if it blows off, because I mean literally there's aluminum vented soffit right above this fucking vent, man, like 6 inches above it, and that shit's got to be going up into that attic. If the wind were right, you know, it would blow that shit, all of it, right up into that attic. So I just don't see it as being a plus. and they're very expensive. They take a lot of maintenance. Uh, you know, the old saying is you're gonna go with the devil you know or the devil you don't know. I stick with tank type water heaters. They've time tested, and all of this new shit, the fucking condensing, fucking heat pump water heaters, that's all an effort on companies to make more money, man, is the bottom line. They're not doing it because they're fucking environmentally conscious. I can bet on that. So I put a lot of those heaters in, the heat pump type heaters. People buy them from Home Depot, and they call me up and they say, hey, how much will you hook this thing up for me, and you hook it up and it makes a lot of fucking noise, and they end up with a nice cool garage. But if you want to sit in the fucking garage all day, I think the old system of a energy conservation unit, they call them ECUs, running a pump out to the air conditioner, which in the south here runs all fucking day. You can get all the free hot water you want, man. And but they eliminated that. You know what I mean? Run the water through the air conditioner when it's blowing that heat out into the atmosphere. That's all I wanted to say, man. I don't even know what day it is. I think it's Thursday. Maybe, yeah, it's Thursday. But you guys have a great day. I'd love to hear some comments and listen to the other side. I've read some things, the pros and cons of electric and gas, the differences. And for me, I'm telling you, it hasn't swayed me any. I'm a fucking electric tank type water heater guy, and they're time tested, and that's what I sell. I don't push that other shit, man, at all. People call me up, they go, hey, I can't even take a shower in my house because the fucking water keeps going from hot to cold. And I'm like, yeah, that's because you got a flow problem. You know what I mean? You're not getting, they restrict the flow on all these shower heads and shower valves. And even if you take the flow restrictors out on some of them, you can't get enough water flowing through the water heater, the tankless water heater, to take a goddamn shower. So I've got customers out there who have to run a lavatory on hot. They got to turn the hot valve on in the lavatory to take a shower without the thing fluctuating, going hot, cold, hot, cold. And you got to maintain them. You better, if you've got a tankless water heater, you better be fucking cleaning that thing every year, man, which is costly. You add up that maintenance. If you're an older person and you're not able to do it yourself, you're gonna have to call a plumber every year to come out and flush that tank, and that tankless unit. And I just don't see it when you add the initial cost of buying it and installation, and then 10 years or 12 years worth of maintenance on it. I don't see the benefit in it, man. I honestly don't. If you want water quick, I say put a couple small water heaters in your house, one on each side close to the bathrooms, and you'd be much better off. So that's where I stand. I hope this was informative. I hope you understand where I'm coming from, and I look forward to the comments, man. So have a great day, guys. This is Johnny Phillips, sitting poolside again, just chilling out. I had a water heater to do this morning. It was a 20-year-old water heater. The lady sent me a picture. It was all torn apart, fucking insulation hanging out, all the elements, everything's exposed. I gave her a price, which is reasonable, fair. I told her how much I could replace it for. And her husband, I could hear his ass puckering up in the background. He's tight. And she said, yeah, he said okay. And then by the end, so I scheduled it. I actually had I always call and tag and hold the water heater so that I have it, that I'm getting it as quick as I don't want to get there and they say we're out of them. So I call immediately and tag and hold the water heater. So I did that, and by the end of the day, the lady called me back. Now, keep in mind, this is a 20-year-old electric water heater that's just, it looks like shit, man. And she got her money's worth out of it, but she texted me at the end of the day and said, "Oh, we got it to work again." And I'm like, "Well, have a great day." I didn't even call her back. But so I'm not doing anything this morning, man. I'm chilling. I just went swimming. I took a spa. I went in the spa this morning, soaked my bones, did some pondering. Yes. And it's a good day, man. It's a good day. Like I said, I'm going to keep that water heater that I took out of that guy's house, and I'm going to try to get to the bottom of exactly what was going on with that. Hopefully I can figure out a way to bench test that. And that's what I want to do. So we'll see, man. All right, guys, have a great day, man. Enjoy your day. Stay safe. And just try to do the best, man. Be kind to yourself and others. Oh, I almost forgot. I'm not Dick Lips. What's his name? Santos, the guy, the congressman from New York. Yeah, he got indicted yesterday. Another wonderful Republican. Oh, wait a minute. And Donald Trump, yeah, found guilty of sexually assaulting a woman. That's a great guy. He's just a great guy. There were at least 4 or 5 other women who said he did the same exact thing to them. So you gotta love him, man. I mean, he's definitely presidential material, for some people.